Hey guys, this is Will of TyBL and welcome back to my channel. Oftentimes, we have seen relationships in different BL series that show kind of unhealthy relationships. These kinds of relationships should not be normalized in all points in every kind of sexualities. In this video, I'm going to list down my top 7 healthiest BL relationships that I admire the most. Just a disclaimer, this is not all about the relationships between actors but only between the fiction characters. Anyway, if you live in a different country and some BL series are not available to yours, you can use ExpressVPN to watch those restricted series. Use the link on the description below to have 49% discount and 3 months free if you opt to avail the 12-month plan. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The number 7 on this list is from Roommate the series, James and Sky. Roommate the series is actually one of the underrated BL series in 2020 and often neglected because it did not come from a huge production company that does BL series. If you haven't watched this yet, be sure to check it first. The relationship between James and Sky in the series is depicting a healthy relationship. Since the day they got together in the apartment of James, the two seemed to like each other unknowingly from their own selves. I still remember when James taught Sky the pronunciation of some English words and I found it very cute. It is an indication that they tried to help each other in order to become better persons. Not only that, in the special episode of Roommate, we saw that James had a vision on his mind that he was taking advantage of the body of Sky, but he neglected those visions because for him, it wasn't right. Consent should always be in the first place even though the two of you are already in a relationship or already married. It's funny that a low-cost budget BL could represent an even healthier relationship than the others. But I guess, it's not all about the budget but the mindset. The number 6 on this list is from Why Are You the series, Fighter and Tutor. I was kinda hesitant whether to include them on this list but I recalled that they actually have a healthy relationship when they become together. We can argue that their relationship as friends didn't start as good as we wanted them to be, but fortunately, they become better persons when they got together. When Fighter and Tutor started to embrace their true feelings for one another, it revealed their true self that they are loving persons since the beginning. They tried to be the best versions of themselves for one another. One thing that almost destroyed their relationship was the father of Fighter, and from that, they could have a toxic relationship with each other, but luckily, their love is bigger than that. At some point, problems such as those could take a hit on our personal judgment and may affect our relationships. It is either it would be beneficial for us or could be a disaster. Fighter and Tutor almost broke each other's apart with consent not being considered, but they find their way out of their darkest moments. The number 5 on this list is from the same Why Are You the series, Cipher and Zorn. This couple might be the funniest on this list and their relationship is also one of the healthiest. It's rare to see those kinds of relationships in a TyBL, but luckily, we have Cipher and Zorn. At first, I thought they would have a chaotic relationship because of their dynamic personalities, but I was wrong. Their relationship is pure and adorable that you can watch them all throughout the day. A healthy relationship such as Zorn is one thing that everyone should consider. It is not perfect but it is possible. I really love how the two support each other when they were facing a big test on their faith with each other's love. Zorn is an evidence that you could have a relationship with your enemy without depicting toxicity. The number 4 on this list is from He's Coming to Me the series, Met and Thun. If there would be an all-rounder BL couple, then Thun and Met would definitely be in my top 5. Though their relationship is quite unusual, They got one of the healthiest and most respectful relationship in the BL world. The amount of understanding between Thun and Met is incomparable to others because they really understand the true meaning of love. Imagine that a ghost could have a deeper emotion than an alive person. Then He's Coming to Me would really serve us that. If there's one thing that I really love in this BL is that, after their biggest fight in the rooftop, they came to understand their feelings for each other in a clearer way. There was no hesitation on that and they respect themselves even more. The number 3 on this list is from Oxygen the series, Solo and G. To tell you honestly, I haven't watched the recent episodes of Oxygen, but the moment I started watching the first few episodes, I instantly fell in love with them because of how cute and adorable they are, and how they speak purity in all forms. This BL couple is one of the few that stole my heart within the seconds I saw their interaction on screen. The way they spoke with each other tells us that they are just calm and easy to watch. Although I only seen a couple of episodes for this BL, it's quite refreshing to see for a Thai BL that there would be such a calming couple such as Solo and G. I can't really talk about them so much, but their eyes already speak everything for their part. The number 2 on this list is from Sotis the series, Kong and Arthit. Call me biased for being so much in love with Sotis, but it's just the truth. The first few episodes might not be true because of their relationship as being senior and junior, but they are one of the healthiest relationship when they got together. The respect towards each other is impeccable and can be true until the second season. But every couple has flaws, and that includes Kong Arthit. They might not appear as lovely in front of everybody, but they're sure that their feelings are being felt by their significant half when they are alone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I remember, there was no issue of consent for the two of them, and that made them even more impactful. I would pick a healthy relationship over a hot one in any day. The number 1 on this list is from Until We Meet Again the series, Dean and Farm. One thing that always comes to my mind when it comes to the healthiest relationships in a BL is no other than Dean and Farm. Those two are simply lovable because of the respect they have for one another. The only issue of consent that I can think of for the two was when Dean tried to make love with Farm, but luckily, Dean realized that it was wrong and he quickly apologized to Farm. This kind of relationship is my ideal type because we could really feel the love around us. It is not forced and toxic. The relationship of Dean and Farm has been consistent from the beginning until the end. We still can't say that Farm became a toxic person in episode 17 because it was In who possessed him at that time. In was only filled with anger towards Korn because of what he did in front of him. Dean and Farm is like an ideal type of couple even outside of BL. It is weird in nature, but it is the cleanest among everyone. Overall, the relationship of Dean and Farm could actually be a guide for us on how to have a healthy relationship. Again, I'm not talking about the actors in here, but how the writers and authors wrote the characters in a BL. We can agree and disagree with one another, but with our current situation, we should always try to become a better community, and that includes the depiction of characters in the BL. I'm not saying that they should be perfect or something, but we should see why those characters turn into what they are and to be reasonable. It's already 2020 and we should not normalize toxic relationships even in fiction stories such as BL. Thank you for watching. That's it, and see you on the next one.